If you could have any superpower, what would it be? A muse. Everyone around me is absolutely inspired, and as creative, energetic, and positive as they've ever been. Scientific advances emerge at breakneck pace when I visit various labs. Artists immediately get over writer's block and dry spells, flooded with creative ideas. Politicians think more clearly than ever before, able to better predict the consequences of their choices. The effect lasts for months after interaction before very slowly fading, but the real trick is that it also instills empathy into them, even if they were self-serving before. Copycat. So basically rogue without the drawbacks. I can touch a person and gain their skill sets temporarily, touch a book and understand the subject well enough to perform it. It'd be great for home improvement, life changes, emergency situations, etc. Have a pipe burst. Shake hands with a plumber. Boom. Know how to fix it yourself as cheap and effectively as possible. Struggling with mental health. Shake hands with a therapist and figure out how to cope. Need to change your car's oil. Boom. Touch a book or shake hands with the mechanic. Since I was a wee kid, I have always wanted to have the ability to create my own clone, but as a responsible, productive, intelligent and regenist version of me at will. I have had undiagnosed ADHD until a doctor connected the dots at 30. I remember feeling drowned in so much work, having to work so hard, and being behind everyone else. Parents were never impressed with me, mistakes would be made and I'd be the last to notice. I always used to want a version of myself to help me do the things I'll always be shit at doing. Turn back time. I could live every moment I cherish, correct mistakes, live a totally differentes life, be a millionaire, invent things I could never imagine in my lifetime, find cures and answers with trial and error. It is that endless. I could play every instrument, read every book, learn every language. I could do anything if I already know the outcome. I could even experiment to see if I could obtain more superpowers. You asked, I answered. Immortality, because I'd be able to watch every movie, show, anime, read every book or manga, play every game, and learn everything possible. I'd see what technology is like 100 or 1,000,000 years from now. When humanity ventures out into space and maybe meet aliens, I'd be there with them. Yea, sure, eventually the heat death of the universe will come, but I think that would be the best part, because why sit there watching the last black hole die? I'll still be the happy knowing I outlived them all. Instant regeneration powers, but some weird high-tech or magic, cause taking what already exists and making it faster sounds like a way for speedrunning cancer or memorizing things after one read. Less up but still kind of fun. Real-life photo mode from games with a bit of time rewind. Let's say I see a rare bird flying away from me. Just go into the mode, adjust distance, angle, etc. and appear it physical form or somehow save digitally. Tie as a help. Secondary is it'll improve your life a bunch. And honestly a big chance for more villainous acts like getting all of the bank stock on delivery days. It's just simply best of all worlds. Ever since a friend suggested this answer to me, it has been my answer to this question. She called it the power of sing-song. Basically, the ability to turn any moment into a musical moment. Wanna rob a bank? Easy peasy lemon squeeze. Just sing a song where everyone complies and they'll follow suit like we rehearsed this bitch. Stuck in traffic, sing song away through it and part that sea of metal like you're Bruce Almighty. A super duper ultra specific kind of immortality. Selective regeneration. Universal disease immunity. No negative effects from drugs and alcohol. Permanently aged 28. I can still grow hair and muscle and fat. Tattoos and piercings are still options. There's other things I'm forgetting, don't feel like elaborating on, like memory retention, cell growth and death, sleep, and perception of time ... and my own personal off switch. All-encompassing psionics. You can do a lot with psionic powers. Encase your body with telekinetic energy to make yourself invulnerable. Control people remotely to do your bidding. Telekinesis to make yourself fly. In some versions, characters have been able to use psychic energy to rip the fabric of time-space to teleport or time travel, though I wouldn't claim that. It's dope. The potential possibilities are endless. Shape-shifting. but specifically a form of shape-shifting that takes no effort to maintain any given form, so I could choose a new default or rather not have a default at all whenever I want. I wouldn't even use it nefariously, I just would like to change things up sometimes. Try being a woman for a while. Go back to being a man. But one that's better looking. Turn into a bird and fly around. So many possibilities. As an animal lover, the ability to speak with my cat, mostly because I really want to explain that yes, I know you're hungry, that's why I'm putting your breakfast down, but also because there doesn't exist a universe where I could convince my cat to help me rob a bank, and I can't think of a real superpower that wouldn't help me rob a bank, and I'm not smart enough to not get caught robbing a bank. Telekinesis. The ability has 3 things which interest me. I could float and sort of fly. I could have a greater reach of things around me. Very helpful for a builder such as myself. I'd be able to never need a ladder again. Lastly, I would have the ability to assist myself. A la superpower and increase my own strength. I'd probably keep my current career, but maybe go become a volunteer firefighter. If every power counts as one power, then that shape-shift onto meaning I could just shape-shift into something to gain their power while in them, and therefore remain virtually unable to die from old age, but the drawback of having their weaknesses. This makes me not unkillable and not overpowered. One of the broken superpower I've known is Skylar of TV series Heroes. He has an ability to know how things work. He can learn ability by seeing them. He can learn how human body works. He can learn how to stop aging his body, how to increase his strength, increase his memory capacity, and so on. As someone who loves to learn something new, this will be my favorite ability. Let's just say that being Dr. Manhattan is off the table cause it's too overpowered. Teleportation would be mine. Imagine how convenient it would be to not have any commute ever. Drive out. Chill at the house until 1 minute before going to visit friends or family in another state, or even country. Instantaneous. Get arrested and sentenced to 20 years. I think not. Ability to induce hallucinations as realistic as I want. Sure, I cannot throw fireballs at you, but if you see me throw one and feel the heat from it, will you take your chances? Sure. I cannot suppress your will and make you do as I say, but with a chorus of voices in your head telling you to do it every minute you're awake. How long will you last? Make it impossible for anyone to lie, although people could certainly refuse to speak within a fairly large radius around me, like 100 feet or so, with no control over it at all. I think society would be fine with paying me a large amount of money to attend certain events and to keep to myself in a remote luxury cabin the rest of the time. The ability to predict the stock market. If I could make unlimited money, I could become a majority shareholder in a lot of greedy corporations and force them to essentially become a non-profit. If they don't allow me to take them over, I would just throw my unlimited resources and start a competing business that effectively runs them out of town. Time flow control. Could go back to point X in time. Take control from that point. Change X or Y. Fast forward to see how it plays out. Go back and do that again, etc. Could fix any mistake. Could realize that some choices matter far less than you think they do. If a choice does matter, you could optimize it. Could enjoy the good times further. To telepathically know the location of anyone or anything by concentrating on them or touching a related object. Then open up a private investigation business. Oh, you got scammed by someone online. Let me hold your phone for a sec. Yep, send the FBI there. Killer on the loose. Let me hold on to that evidence from the last crime scene. All to luck. As stated previously, what are the chances of a winning lottery ticket gets mailed to me? 1 in a trillion or so. Switch it to 1-1, boom. Mini millionaire. Odds of cooking a perfect dinner. 1-1, losing the bet. Switch it up. Finding $1 million gold bar in my backyard. 1-1. Getting the promotion or raise. 1-1. The power to make someone orgasm on command by thinking it. You want to fight me, motherfucker. Makes them orgasm over and over until they're curled over, then kicks them. Boss, we're going to have to let you G. makes them orgasm over and over. Then I sue the company for sexual harassment. To instantly know where anyone, anything dead or alive is if asked. It would be a curse, but I could make a lot of people happy, put child abduction out of business and answer a lot of life's questions. I'd get murdered very quickly or held captive by the government. Every superpower needs a drawback, I reckon. I would love to have the ability to talk with animals and insects, along with the ability to be ultra persuasive. I could talk the birds out of the trees, convince the ants to leave my kitchen without having to use chemicals, and finally get my cats to use the litter box every time, not just occasionally. I would want the ability to instantly morph into anything I can think of or imagine. It's kind of a cheaty power, cause if I just imagine morphing into myself, but with the power to fly or to speak another language, I could do that. I could morph into gods or eldritch beings. I think that'd be broken. Instant teleportation. I want a vacation in Africa. And there, a lion has me in its sights. Boom. I'm back in my bedroom where it's safe. No need to deal with traffic, flying, and free vacations. I could vacation in the Bahamas, and when it's time for bed, I'm in my own bed at home. So many uses. I'd like to see a second or two into the future. Imagine how funny saying bless you to someone who's just about to sneeze, or watch out, ouch, to someone about to stub their toe. It's not a big enough superpower to draw attention to yourself, but just think of the fun you could have.